Hello, everyone.
Hi. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good. Has it started yet? I think the only one we're missing is Jim, so we can probably get started without him. We have quorum without him. So we'll call it. If he joins, he joins. All right. We'll call it at 7:01. Your notice was posted at the gate.
Where does it come from, America?
I sent you guys a copy of the January meeting minutes. Is there
I make
any?
a motion to go ahead and accept the minutes as written.
I've seen commercials of it, but I don't know. So the original one was, he's the prince to some like African thing, and they were gonna force him to get arranged wedding. So he comes to America and he
Can
wants to
anyone
fit
other than the
into
board
the
please
slums.
mute
So
their mic?
like he, instead of being super wealthy.
Thank you. All right, sorry about that. Dan motion to approve the minutes. Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. As of January 31st, in your operating account, there's $133,524.95. Your reserves as of January was $13,023.03 for a total of $146,547.98. Since we are getting into March, this is when we'll start hitting the 90-day mark with some that are past due. So at the end of this month, whoever is not paid up or past that 90-day mark will be sent off to the attorney for collections. There any questions on the financials?
The only question I had, Joy, is will we eventually have a line item that shows the $50,000 CD that we have, or will it just show up in reserves, or how will it show up?
No, it'll show up. So under your reserves, there'll be another line item that has that CD.
Okay, thank you.
That's set up. Any other questions? All righty. Louisa, do you have anything for ARC?
Yeah. What months do you want me to give you?
Whatever you want to report on.
All right, so. Jim said he's trying to get on.
Okay.
All right, so for the month of January, because February's thing. So January was 1624 Lamadary for tree removal, 1725 sawgrass for fence, 1737 sawgrass for a new roof, 1733 sawgrass for a new roof. And then in February, we got 1617 sawgrass for a new roof, 1713 Lamadary for a roof, 1729 Lamadary for a roof, 1724 Lamadary for a roof, 1716 Los Palmos for paint, 1709 Lamadary for extended patio pavers in the back. And then we have March 1776 sawgrass for their trees, and then 1724 Lamadary for their tree.
Perfect. Lucy, do you mind sending me that list that you have?
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
All righty. Going into old business. We have open still the electronic sign. Sorry, Jim needs to log in for Zoom. So we originally had tabled the electric sign. It was more than the $500 that was agreed to spend. So that's where we have left off with that. I'm not sure if anyone has gotten out to Brookside to view that sign that we're kind of modeling ours after.
I drove through there. I like that sign. So I think that was a good choice. I mean, the being able to read it and the size was good.
I believe the price for that is $600 and either $10 or $670 for that sign.
Mhm.
So that's why we didn't move forward, because we only had $500 set aside. So we went over that set aside amount. So
Right.
we'd have to come up with a new budget, to purchase the sign and or install it. So is that something you want to move forward with and come up with a new number, or come up with a number tonight and just put it out there?
Yeah, I look at it this way. I mean, we have some funds that weren't used for some things, so we have that. So if we need to increase that from 500 up higher, that's fine. I think it's doable.
Joy, do you remember how much the guys said that they wanted to install it? Because didn't you give us a rough estimate on that?
Yeah, Ferry basically charges 40 an hour. I don't think it'll take them longer than an hour to get it up. So
Okay.
let's even say 2 hours, we're looking at $80.
All right, so let's just argumentably say the sign is $670 and installation's $100. So do we want to say we approve $800 to purchase the sign and get it up and running?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, then,
I'd say go ahead.
all right, I guess I'll make a motion, even though Jim still hasn't shown up yet.
I just
Make a
sent
mo-
the link. So,
I'll make a motion that we put the budget to purchase the sign that was noted in the minutes in January to $800 and get it installed.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Perfect. All right. Next old business was the fence repair. Unfortunately, the company that I had contracted and have a check sitting waiting for has stopped returning my phone calls. So I am unfortunately back to square one, getting additional
Okay.
quotes.
Well, I have to say thank you, because even though that happened, what Mike did on the group at least has upheld. So
Yeah, and I have them writing, checking that
yeah,
too, to at least keep, that somewhat up. But yeah, even with the POA, I'm running into the same issue with the fence repair I need for them. I'm not quite sure what it is with vendors lately, but I'll get someone out there. But that's where we're at right now. Unfortunately, we're starting over again, but we'll get somebody out there. But I'll keep having Mike, do kind of whatever makeshift repairs he can to at least keep it functioning.
yeah. Can you have him replace or look at the slats that are missing over near between the pool and the lake?
Yep.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. The next item we had open for old business was the pool resurfacing. I know, Louisa, you had gotten an additional bid.
Yeah, it was high.
Yeah, it's going to be an expensive
Yeah,
project.
right.
So I don't know if we want to keep looking around, see if we can find something cheaper or move that to down the line.
Yeah, well, I think right now would probably be a good time just to get the bids, because we're not going to be able to do it till next winter anyway. So at least if we get the bids now and lock them in for a date next winter, that might work.
Perfect. All right, that is all that I had for old business. If you guys had anything else that you can think of.
yeah.
All right, move on.
Yeah,
to new business.
I think we had somebody look at the where, right, and said the inspection. You had somebody.
Oh yeah, I had that under new business.
Oh, do you? Okay.
But I mean, we can talk about it now. So yeah, I had the company I actually had come out was the company that does all of the cities. And he came out and he looked into our pipes, and the plastic pipes that we have said that their lifespan is anywhere from low side 30, high side 50 years. And that we had talked about the issue that happened with the hole, and he said that the pipes never should have been cleaned without being inspected first. So we started talking about inspecting our pipe, and he said that if there are no active issues with the pipe, there is no reason to have them inspected. That's where we left it with him.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
Uh-huh. Oops. Making a mess here. All righty. Anything else you guys can think of for old business?
Nope, I think that was it.
Fertilization.
That's listed under new. We have that covered for new business.
All right, so going into new business, unfortunately, I am going to have to announce that Rob has resigned. So we need to approve his resignation, even though we should be allowed to tell him he has to stay. But just to formally put that in, that he has resigned, which does leave an opening on the board. If anyone is interested, get me their information. I will be happy to get it to the board members. With that being said, we need to shuffle around some positions for the board. Do I have a nomination for president?
I'd like to nominate Jim for president.
All right. Anyone else has any other nomination?
Nope, I say Jim.
All right. Can I have a motion for Jim?
Make a motion to have Jim be president.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Right. Nomination for vice president.
Make a motion to have Louisa be vice president.
I second that emotion.
Thank you.
I second that motion. All right. I know.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. Treasurer.
I make a motion that Dan be treasurer.
Apparently Jim's here.
Yeah, finally.
All right. Do I have a second for Dan for treasurer?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye. Secretary.
Make a motion for Clyde to be secretary.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Can I decline?
No, aye.
Aye, too late.
We'll throw that in there real quick.
All right, so now as it is, we have Jim Petrino as president, Louisa Carl as vice president, Dan Osterhout as treasurer, and Clyde King as secretary. And then, like I said, we do have one opening. Moving on. Since our last meeting in January, a couple items have been approved in between the meeting dates. One is, I'm sure everyone has noticed, the exit gate is broken. So the repair for automatic access for 9/21/27 has been approved. We're just waiting to get on their schedule. Once we are, that will be repaired. The second was the repair for the pool pavers, $2,200 by Surfside Pavers for the pool. And same thing, still waiting for a schedule date for them. The last thing was the stains on the pool. Family Swim had quoted us $300, right? 300 for,
Yeah.
okay. $300 to remove the stains. And I'm not sure, did they happen to give you a start date, Louisa?
He started already.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, he said it would take about 2 to 3 weeks because of the amount of stains and how dark they were.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next item we had was the lights for the RV lot. The lights have come in. We do have them, in our possession. However, they cannot be repaired until Flawless is actually letting us use their bucket truck. But that bucket truck is being repaired. So as soon as that is up and running, then we'll be able to finish the lights. The ones in the pool have already been changed out. So we're just waiting on, like I said, the truck to complete that for the ones in the RV lot.
And they look great.
Good. All right. Next up is we have the fertilization. So I saw that Matt put another or re-entered his bid, I guess.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we,
Go ahead.
I can tell you all the information. So Matt put his bid in, so it would be 5 applications a year. Each application would be $4,592, totaling $22,960 per year, which is under our budget. He'd be willing to do, he would love to have the job. He said he did look at the property, says it is, the lawn needs weed control and heavy fertilization. Because of the amount of homes there, he would start off, because the work that needed to be done, if it was okay and approved, that he would do half of the property 1 month, the next month he would do the other half. So each half would get their 5 applications in. And say if he was working on 1 month, like on one side 1 month, and there was a problem with cinch bugs or something on the other one, he would not avoid that. He would take care of that issue as well. Yeah, I think before what he said, it was like 5 pounds per square foot is what he would be putting down.
I have the handwritten one that Louisa sent out to us, and it doesn't actually quote exactly like he had done before for you, Louisa, but we need to get moving on this, and it seems that we've come to a stalemate about finding a fertilization company. So I'm going to make a motion to approve Matt Spears per his handwritten estimate that I believe we all have.
And I second that motion. And just to let you know, that other one that I sent out back in October, November, he's keeping that same one. So when I find that one, everything is, he's keeping that same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I have Dan motion, Louisa second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Louisa, do you want to reach out to Matt or do you want me to?
No, I can. And Jim said he
Okay.
approved.
All right. Next item is the sheds. And Louisa, I know that you have reached out to me and the art committee wants to set up some guidelines for sheds in the backyard.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go talk more about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what's going on, but Jim's got a lot of feedback on his phone.
Yeah.
Did you guys receive the email with the camera quotes?
Yes.
Okay, I resent them out today. Did you get them the first time I sent them?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad that Dan said that he didn't get it either, so I resent them out.
I'm interested in that one. I like how Dan broke it up, the prioritizing, between like the pool area, the front, and then the RV lot. That was good. doing it that way.
Just so everyone else is on the same page, we're looking into upgrading our camera system at the front gate and the pool area. The one that we're using now is pretty outdated and does not give the best pictures. So we're working with East Coast Alarms to try to get, like I said, them updated and things switched out. So we're a little bit more modernized up there and can actually, you know, get footage off them when we need.
How much?
Bingo. 1 second, I just lost the quote.
The pool itself was $2,408. The front gate was $2,365. And if we wanted to put an independent system into the RV lot, that was $1,973.
True.
I personally thought those were kind of spendy. That was just me personally, but I guess it's because I set up my own. So maybe,
Yeah.
maybe that's why. I don't know. You know, and then I would be forced also at those prices to start looking at what's the return on having them. You know, are we gonna recoup that $2,408 by catching people who are breaking things and making them pay for it? You know, or are we just doing it because we're trying to, you know, have cameras down there for any other purposes, whether they be legal or otherwise? So I'm a bit hesitant to move forward on these quotes just because of pricing.
All right, can you hear me then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm gonna just say this. So my thing is, because we spent a lot of money on the fertilizer, would that, I guess, would that cover all the expenses that are coming out? And as far as the camera system, maybe that could be a deterrent if we were to catch maybe with one person. Maybe, you know, that's all it takes just to catch one. That's just the thought. So, you know, just let me know what you guys think.
What'd you say?
I couldn't really understand everything you said.
Basically, he said that he felt we saved some money in other areas, and should we use some of that money that we saved in those other areas to use it to pay for the camera system? Because his thought was that if we at least detour one, then it'll encourage other people will then know that we're catching them, and maybe it will detour others. I don't know. I still think it's a lot of money. I will say though, very happy with the company. He came up with what I thought was a really unique approach to detouring people. And he said, let's put a monitor out there. Let's put a monitor so that it shows all 8 cameras recording them right then and there. You know, in other words, a screen, so that they know they're being recorded. And he said that's worked as a deterrent because then they know they're being recorded. So I thought that was a great idea, but it wasn't even on his quotes. You know, I'm looking at the price tag. I'm having sticker shock when it comes to cameras.
I mean, we can call around to other companies too. And they're the only ones that I have familiarity with, and we use for other.
With the monitor system, excuse me, but wouldn't that run into we run into the possibility of people damaging or vandalizing the monitors, which would cost even more money?
It would just be a TV screen, a cheap, inexpensive TV screen that would be placed behind a piece of plexiglass in a box. That's all it is. Because a regular video
Something
system
that they couldn't easily get to.
Yeah, automatically just dumps the feed out to that camera system. You can just set it up that way.
My other question, we mentioned 3 areas. Is it pertinent to get all 3 areas redone, or can we do like 1 or 2 at a time?
Definitely can do 1 or 2 at a time. It can definitely do 1 at a time. The pool is the one that is the most outdated.
That's what
A previous board had already approved it, but the funds were really tight, so they didn't move forward at that time to actually purchase it. And at that time, they were really just purchasing the equipment because they had someone on the board, it was Tom Fleming, who would install it. So we're kind of at a point where, are we gonna take that on as a board and install it and just purchase the equipment? Or are we gonna get a company and let them do it all. So I'm looking at the sticker price and I'm starting to think that the board's going to have to install it. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I agree.
I mean, if we can get a good
agree,
camera
too,
system down there and install it ourselves, that's fine.
So I'd like to just table the security cameras till we have more time to look into purchasing and one and looking at that and getting some different prices, maybe another company's quote too.
Yeah, well, I still like your idea how you broke it down one section at a time. So it's not so much. I like that.
Okay. So Joey, if you could maybe reach out to another company, if you can find one and get us another quote, I'll look into camera systems, just the systems, us buying it too.
All right. And then next is the security officer at the pool. If we want to, we used to have one there, then we had stopped having one come with the issues that have been going on in the pool. I know that we had discussed possibly bringing that security officer back.
How much did we, how much did you spend on him before?
Well, their prices actually just increased. So I believe
Yeah.
to have someone down there, we're looking at around $18 an hour is what it would be.
And don't they have a minimum per week or something like that also that we have to meet?
I think I think their minimum per week is like 4 hours. So it was something small.
So the question I have would be directed towards Louisa then about the security at the pool. You're down there. Do you think that having them there during the day when people are visible, or do you think it's more at night and at dusk when the kids are down there messing around that would be more relevant?
Yeah, it's definitely at night. It's not during the day. I mean, sometimes they're down there like at 8 o'clock
Yes.
at night, 9 o'clock at night, they start going in there. Yeah, it's pretty much during the day, it's fine. And it's usually on the weekends right now, but when summer comes, you know, then it'll be during the week.
Well, which I thought was funny, but maybe you can correct me, Lisa, if I'm wrong, but hasn't a couple of the issues been on a Sunday night of all nights? In other words, it's school the next day, so haven't they? I thought that was, I would get Friday and Saturday night, but Sunday night, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So since the pool's technically closed for the next 2 to 3 weeks because of, and it's chained shut, I'm not too worried about getting security down there right now.
No.
Are you? So maybe we'll just revisit it next month and make a
Yeah.
decision then.
Yep, this was pretty much just an idea, like, hey, are we gonna just look into it? But we got time.
Okay.
While we're talking about the pool, and I know you have a list, I'll wait. I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Joy. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to ask if anyone else had anything else. So
Oh,
go for it.
my wife pointed out this evening that someone had their RV out from the parking area, and they were washing it using the water at the pool, and I wonder if that was legal, if that should be done, because if he's able to do it, other people seeing him do it would do the same thing. I would think somehow he had strung a hose out from the even though the pool is shut down. I don't know how he did it, but he was able to hose down his RV using and I didn't see it, so I don't know exactly how the mechanics or the logistics, but I was just wondering, is there something that would state that that's illegal, or would that be a security issue?
Well, I think the faucet is on the outside of the pool between the home at the very end and the pool area. And I would think that they should not be able to do that.
No.
No.
No. Okay. How should we address it if we see it again? Like, I know I can approach it first, but I don't know if that's a security issue, or if you how would you tell someone not to do that? And just tell them.
If,
Oh,
I think the easiest way, and maybe others have a better idea, but if you're aware of exactly which RV it was out of the lot, we can go look and see what space they're in. Because not all of those RVs.
She actually
belong to
wrote
our
down,
neighborhood. And then Joey could send them a letter to remind them, hey, you don't do that there. So,
okay. Okay. She wrote down the tag number. We have that.
Okay, yeah, if you email that to me, I can go into the
Okay.
RV lot, see if it's in there. And then, yeah, that would be the easiest because then I can send the homeowner a letter.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
I'll get that to you.
Thank you. Anyone else have anything for new business?
Mm. Oh, I want to paint the bathrooms in the while the pool's shut down.
I
I
heard
want
that.
to paint the bathrooms in the pool area. So am I cool getting like $100-$150 to go ahead and do all that?
I make a motion to let Louisa get some paint to paint the bathrooms and spend up to $100 or up to $200 to do it.
Cool.
Thank you.
I agree.
I second, yes.
Happy birthday to you.
That's right.
Right. Anything else for new business, Louisa?
No, that was it. That was it.
All right. I do have actually quite a few houses in line for their third notice. So we will have to approve those to go to fining. The first is 1760 Los Palmos for the vine on the side of the house, dead palm fronds, and the driveway and sidewalk needing to be cleaned. 1764 Los Palmos for the driveway and sidewalk needing to be cleaned. 1656 La Madeira for the missing numbers on the house and the raised sidewalk. 1625 La Madeira for the driveway and sidewalk needing to be cleaned. 1717 La Madeira, dead palm fronds, driveway and sidewalk needing to be cleaned. 1733 La Madeira, driveways and sidewalks needed to be cleaned. 1777 for leaving their garbage cans out.
No. They
That-
took them in.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, because I said something to them.
Thank you. I was really kind of hoping they would get the point. Remove those.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 1757 Los Palmos for their dirty driveway and sidewalk. 1625 Los Palmos, dirty driveway and sidewalk, and then 1608 Los Palmos, dirty driveway and sidewalk. That's it.
I would say I'm fine with the third notice, et cetera, going out. However, since the board's aware of the sidewalk issue that has been going on in the neighborhood, should we allow the attorney to place his own version of a letter about the raised sidewalk in with Joey's letter?
Yes.
Okay, so I would ask Joey that you get a letter from the attorney about the raised sidewalk to include with what you're sending out to them.
Got it.
For, I believe that's what, I think you said 1656 Los Palmos, I think.
Yes. And it seems there'll be a few more coming within the next month or two.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Oh, I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. That is all I had for you guys. anyone else from the board have anything else that they would like to discuss?
No, but I have something that I want to say.
Yes, Jim, the
Are
floor is
you,
yours.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
I would like to say to Dan and Louisa that it's been a very nice year last year working with you guys, and I very much look forward to working with you guys this year because I think we can do good things as we work together. And I am very happy with the addition of Clyde because I think Clyde will be very valuable with some of his input because I do see him and his wife ride around a lot and they notice a lot of things. So with the four of us this year, I think we'll be even better than last year. So I just wanted to say thanks to all you guys.
I can't move.
Thank you,
Tell
Jim.
me you heard that because I'm not saying it again.
We heard it. Go away.
Yes, thanks, Jim.
Who's that other one? Was that Danny?
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. All right, did anyone else from the board have anything? Nope. Okay to open up to open discussion then?
Go ahead.
All right. Do any homeowner, you guys can unmute whoever is still muted, if there's anything that you have to discuss.
I do. Muriel Verrier from 1540. That letter from the attorney, that's just going to be a generic letter that is going to be prepared so that management can use it to send to anyone who does not respond to the violation of having it repaired. Am I correct at assuming that?
You're breaking up a little bit, Muriel. What was that?
Yeah, yes, Muriel, that's the idea. I've already spoke with the attorney about creating a boilerplate type letter that specifically covers any raised sidewalk and making sure that we do it legally and correctly, and ask that he provide that to Joy. And we haven't gotten it yet, so I'm asking Joy to go ahead and reach out and get that from him.
Fantastic. That is great. And another thing, we just loved in December having our meeting on YouTube, and then January came, February came, nothing. Can we count on our meetings going on YouTube for those that can't be here? I think it's very important that they know what's going, our homeowners, renters, everybody know what's happening in our community.
As long as you look up in that upper left corner, it says recording. Joy's recording it. After the meeting, I asked Joy to send it to me, and I'm the one who puts it out there on YouTube. So I see it still says recording. So we should have success this month.
Yeah.
All
no.
right, that is fabulous. Really appreciate that. And last but not least, in the January letter that I submitted, I mentioned that if they did an infrastructure committee, they could check on some things. And one of the things that I mentioned was the screens that need to be cleaned every 6 months. I'd be happy if we did it once a year. It has not been done for quite some time. I think we're coming to our annual anniversary. Did anybody take the time to look up when was the last time the screens were cleaned?
Yes. I already spoke to Jeff. When you guys got a new screen system last year for pump 5 is when the screens were actually cleaned. We were holding off cleaning the screens this year until the whole weir thing was looked at, and I turned the water back onto the lake to start bringing the lake level back up. So I anticipate that later this month or early next month, the screens will all be cleaned.
That's fabulous. Thank you again. Now we all know when the screens are going to be done. Love it. That's absolutely important. We thank you very much. And I want to lastly congratulate the executive board. It's nice to see who is going to be vice president, treasurer, and secretary, and Doug finding the 5th person.
All right. Anyone else have anything? All right, next meeting will be, let's see, April
13th.
13th. Yep, April 13th. So we'll see y'all then. Have a
See
good
you.
night.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Bye.
Joy.
Mhm.